Chilling down. Hey guys, what's up? It's the Epic Player 90. We're back for what I want to call ROCKFEST. Um, Time for the Applebees 100 at Rockingham. What I like to call ROCKFEST. All three series getting ready to race at Rockingham. 50 laps here. Why the heck does it think I'm in the... Hold up. I don't know what it's doing right now. Just ignore this. Ignore this. I don't know why I was saying it was the ShopRite roster. That was kind of weird, but... okay, back to the Aldi 2005. There we go. I don't know why it switched the roster. Anyway, the Applebees 100 here at Rockingham. Race number 2. Jack Wilson obviously leads the standings after winning from the pole at Daytona. Here's everyone in the standings. As you can see, where is he? Donald Wilson is driving part-time. Almond Turner will be driving the 36 this race. That's all I gotta say. Here we go. You don't remember the drivers? Here they are. Pretty simple.
Drivers.
The pole is going to go to Jason McMorton in the 2, with the last place going to Lyle Austin in the 19. As it looks like the pace car will be getting off sooner or later. What I like to call ROCKFEST is about to begin. Top 5 is going to be Jason McMorton, Mark Jordan, Fujiko Fujiwara, Timo Mauser, Samet Oskin, and looks like Michael Ward rounds at that third row in 6th. Coming to the green flag, Jason McMorton will lead us to the green at Rockingham. After flipping at Daytona, mind you. So, good rebound for him. Levi Jenkins to the inside of Derek Drew in the 5. Fujiko Fujiwara takes the lead immediately as Brittany White completely obliterates Mitchell Edwin. No caution comes out for that. Edwin keeps it going. No idea what the 26 was trying to accomplish there in one turn, but there goes the 9. He's going to come into pit road as the 26 lost time. Samet Oskin to take the lead now on lap 2. With Timo Mauser behind him in 2nd now once he gets around the 59. Eric Drew in the wall there in the 5. Fujiwara gonna go now, try to take the 2nd spot away from Timo Mauser, but Mauser with a big block. Fujiwara to the inside. As Osgan continues to hold his lead, looks like now Zach Polar takes 3rd as the 99 falls back. Eric Drew way high in that corner, falls all the way back to last place. I mean, obviously not last because that's where Mitchell Edwin is right now. And Mauser in the wall. We got cars in the wall, including the last race winner, Jack Wilson. He's gonna fall back now. Now they're starting to separate a little bit as Zach Polar takes 2nd away from Fujiko Fujiwara to try to catch Samet Oskan in that 48. Polar to the inside of Oskan. He's going to take the lead on lap number 7. Nice way to get back on the bottom lane, but Megadeth Goat trying to take the inside lane away from Oskan. Oskan has got the draft help, though, might be able to clear the 24. Yes, he will, as he tries to catch Zach Polar to take his lead back. Oh, what the heck? Dylan Van Dyke in the wall. Looks like Mitchell Edwin actually had to end up retiring from the race due to whatever Brittany White was doing on lap 1. As speaking of White, she's already battling for the top 10. She's going to get around Timo Mauser in that 99. I believe take 10th place. And indeed, it is 10th place. As Jason McMorton trying to get back to the inside of the 24 of Megadeth Goat. Looks like they're starting to spread out this time. Zach Polar continuing to hold the lead. Emmett Oscan trying to catch him. A fast slap after all that is Brittany White, apparently. That's ironic. Mitchell Edwin, of course, with the slowest, but other than him, it's Dylan Van Dyke driving number 6, who I believe is running, all the way in the back of the pack right now. We all know that the outside lane in turns 3 and 4 is superior to 1 and 2. As you can see, Keith Willis completely obliterates Mark Jordan on the inside of turns 1 and 2 to take 5th. Emo mounts are pretty heavy right side damage. Raul Omega's here all the way to the high lane. Look at this run he's going to get on Lyle Austin here. You see, he couldn't clear him, but he came pretty close. Jason, we got 3 wide. Looks like we had almost an accident. Gotta check that out as they're 3 wide coming into 3 and 4. Sam Oscan all the way into the wall. Keith Willis takes 4th. Let's just check out what happened. Looks like coming off 2, Jason McMorton gets into Megadeth Goat. Saves a good save by that 24. As Zach Polar was able to extend his lead after that, but now we got Keith Willis in that 47 going to try to catch back up to the 2 and 24. Oscan fell all the way back to 7. McMorton takes back 2nd and try to catch his teammate in Zach Polar. As Willis is going to take 3rd from away from the 24. Brittany White, man, is doing impressive stuff. She's almost in the top 5. She can get around Mark Jordan in that 28. Pretty wide, and that's what a save! Nearly a wreck by Lyle Austin in that 50 in the 59 of Fujiko Fujiwara saves that from potentially being a wreck, and that's good for them as they get to keep going. And now McMorton trying to close in. He's within a 2nd of Zach Polar. As now Brittany White going to try to get around Mark Jordan for 5th. They're closing in on Polar. I don't know why the 2 went all the way up high. It's going to allow Keith Willis to take 2nd place. Fast slap after all that is still the 26. Who's now going to take 5th if she can get around Mark Jordan here. No, she can't. The outside line is superior in that turn. Now Willis high in that corner. Oh, Rodriguez up there high. Oh, we got Brian Kearney loose off the corner. Not good. Dylan Van Dyke off pace now on that 6 machine. Now Keith Willis closing in almost half a second back of Zach Polar. Brittany White has gotten into the top 5 in that Ritz Pontiac. Yes, Almond Turner and Donald Wilson, by the way, have the same paint schemes. I just have 2 different entities in the roster so that the points don't get messed up. Almond running 18th. Good Megadeth Goat and try to take 3rd away from McMorton. Won a block by the 2, though. Now Keith Willis closing in heavily on Zach Polar. Now just 2/10 out of the lead. Let's go on board with the 47. Oh, Polar up high! Way high than Zach Polar. And Keith Willis takes the lead. At least Polar was able to get back to the inside lane. But whoa, what a blunder made by Polar. Wow, heavy hit into the wall by Megadeth Goat. We got other cars potentially in the wall. Derek Drew. Oh, that was a bad one. McMorton gets around Brittany White, or actually, no, he didn't. He was already ahead. But now Keith Willis leading, coming toward the halfway point of this race. And McMorrin might be able to catch the 7. What is Polar doing? I don't know what his strategy is by going high, but that's not the turn to go high on, as now his teammate is on his back bumper. Oh, we got way high, and there goes Almond Turner, hit by Brian Kearney. Doesn't wreck, but now the 36 has some heavy left side damage and right side damage from that. That's not good. As Michael Ward came in, so that starts the beginning of the pit cycle most likely, unless he had an issue. That 32 actually qualified fairly up high in the top 6. Yeah, he qualified 6th, I remember now. And yeah, that's a scheduled stop, tires and everything. Does anyone else come in? And now Keith Willis holding the lead. Zach Polar's just falling back. Now Brittany White, who caused a wreck on the backstretch of lap 1, is now potentially going to take 2nd. And there she goes to the inside. Michael Ward is off pit lane. He's the only one that pit by himself. I don't know why he did that. Halfway mark of the race. Now that Brittany White is in 2nd, maybe she can catch Keith Willis. He has to make up a 2nd though. Nope, Michael Ward's still in his stall. And that 32 machine may have an issue on that 32. Oh, McMorrin to the inside of Brittany White to take the 2nd spot back on lap 27. And that's exactly what Keith Willis wants to see. Now he gains 4/10. He's a 2.5 ahead of those guys battling. There's Jack Wilson in the 63. Oh, there he is. And there goes Jason McMorton came in. So, yep, now the pit cycle really begins now that McMorton came in. Almond Turner in the wall even harder. He's going to have the hardest time trying to get that going. Keith Willis keeps it going ahead. Anyone else coming in? No. Looks like Jason McMorton, the only one. Weird strategies going on. McMorton finally hit the stall, by the way. Yeah, 2-second lead for Keith Willis. They're 3 seconds almost off their fastest lap times. And McMorrin's still not even out of his stall yet. My goodness, there goes Willis in the 47. And McMorrin might have an... Unless this is routine. Like, why do they take so long? Oh, here, walls. Lyle Austin's in the wall. And McMorrin here, still chilling in pit lane. No one else coming in, by the way. He's the only one. There's Michael Ward. 3 laps down, actually. He's gonna get passed by Michael Ward. Oh my... What in the world was that? Oh, big hit by Josh Harmon in that 14. We could potentially have a wreck during the pit cycle. And is McMorrin out yet? I just gotta look for the number. I can't bother. He's out! Camshaft issue for Jason McMorrin. Engine problem. That is not good. Was doing extremely well. And now he's out of the running. I don't even know if he led a lap. Keith Willis gaining continuous time. on Brittany White. Can't seem to she can't seem to get anything on him. Gained a little bit there, but that's minute. You gotta gain more than that. Oh, no more wall hits. You're starting to see a lot of wall scrapes now that all their tires are worn out. They're stretching them very far. These tires are getting stretched out practically. There's Almond Turner with just so much damage. I don't blame him. Look how slow some of these guys are going. And there's the big pit stop. There's the big group. I don't even know. No, Keith Willis and Brittany White did not come in. They stay out. Of course, Michael Ward pit way early. So yeah, the only ones that stayed out were the top two of Brittany White and Keith Willis, who now come in a lap ahead of everyone. So no idea who's gonna benefit from whether the undercut or the overcut's gonna benefit more. Fujiware finally gets in the stall. Who's gonna be out first? Looks like it's Zach Polar. Zach Polar beats everyone off. And Samet Ozcan takes second right after that. A couple other cars looking for Willis and White. There goes Brittany White. Keith Willis coming out now with Brian Kearney in between them. Interestingly. And Megadeth go. Oh my goodness. There's Michael Ward in that 32. I want to see how his strategy worked out. Everyone comes out now. That's the last one. Dylan Van Dyke being the last one. Alright, where in the world are these? Zach Polar did not. He was able to get around Brittany White, but cannot get Keith Willis, who is just gone. Willis continues to hold the lead, but now Brittany White has to try to get around Zach Polar. And it looks like only 8 cars actually managed to stay on the lead lap. Yost Rodriguez actually kept the lead lap. He's 14 seconds out of the lead. Michael Ward only reached 20th. And that's actually last pretty much. And now he's in front of Keith Willis. Willis gets around him with ease. And now he's on the worn tires. Zach Polar closing in on Keith Willis, mind you. He's now within a second, and he's closing in fast. Remember, Polar was extremely good on that early run setup. On the short run, he was extremely fast, but then on the long run, he sort of faded. So if his short run speed can get him to the front, that might be what he needs to win this race. As now we have 11 laps to go, actually. It's lap 40. Coming to 10. And we got Megadeth go in between Polar and Willis. 10 laps to go in the Applebees 100. Keith Willis leads with Zach Polar in second, just a second back, but he's losing time. No lap cars anywhere in sight, so Goat might have to just pass the 47 for the 7 to get his real treat, and Brian Kearney's not letting the 7 go out further ahead. And now, yeah, you see Polar losing way too much time now. And there goes Kearney around him. Michael Ward with some front damage. Raul Megas in 7th, actually. I thought he was way further than that. With that, Keith Willis is just completely obliterating Zach Polar right now, gaining half a second per lap. It's crazy to think about. Dylan Van Dyke gonna get around this Michael Ward, who is going super slow. Raul Mega's gonna try to get around him. Megas is 3 seconds off the next car for position, Mark Jordan. Yost Rodriguez has to try to catch Megas. Megas might actually be the points leader after finishing second at Daytona. I'm not sure. As Keith Willis continues to obliterate Zach Polar, he is now 2 seconds out in front of the 7 car, who's getting passed more. Brittany White gonna take back second. Samet Oskan is in fourth. In fifth place right now is Jai McManaman. Five laps left for Keith Willis to get his first win in the Aldi Regional Tour. Megadeth Goat hanging behind him, but he's got to pass him. And I don't even think that's going to do much, considering the guys in second are in an intense battle with lappers. Brittany White gonna get around Brian Kearney in that 07 to try to work her way to catch back up to Willis, but it might be too little too late. 3 laps to go for Willis. Kearney just destroyed the wall. And now Oskin now is on the outside lane. Two and a half seconds out in front. Keith Willis is just gone. Almond Turner actually is decently 14th after completely obliterating the car earlier. Oscan trying to close in on third. Polar versus White having a good battle. Here comes Jack Wilson to the inside of Brittany White. Doesn't get there. But it's not even important. 1 lap to go. Megadeth Go got to the inside. Might not do much. Keith Willis has the final lap, and he has a win in his sights. He's just going to coast off turn 2 regardless. Megadeth Go back on the lead lap, but it's not going to matter. As Keith Willis comes into turn 3 and 4, he's going to come off the final corner and see the checkered flag get his first Aldi Regional Tour career victory. It comes in the Applebees 100. He gets it done as it looks like Brittany White is able to hold second over Zach Polar. And yeah, no wrecks outside of that lap 1 fiasco and that weird engine issue by Jason McMorton. So good for them. Top 9 finish on the lead lap. So let's see the points after that. It looks like Keith Willis might actually be the points leader. He led 31 laps. Only 4 people led laps. Caution-free race. We're going to see a decent amount of those this year. And yes, Keith Willis leads. He actually got a top 5 last race. That's why I didn't know. He led 1 lap at Daytona, 31 here. Megas is 29 points back. Still pretty big, as Jason McMorton is dead. Last place, obviously, are both 36s, but full-timers, it's Dylan Van Dyke in the 6. Anyway, I hope you guys liked that video. Please like, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.